welcome to Beyond The Playbook. Today promises to be very good. Now, I say this because we're counting down to the end of the year, and for every single week we're alive, it's something to be grateful for. And it's also grateful to say that I'm once again sitting out right here. I'm Femi Faraway in the company of Kelvin Ikirite.
Thank you.
Kelvin, you know, every time I watched all our old episodes, I can always tell, but it's all right. Let's leave it.
Okay.
Today we've got a new entrant in the building.
No, he was here before. He's been here before.
He was here before. He didn't know. He wasn't on the. Was he on the pod?
Yeah, he was on
No.
the pod.
Was I here?
No, he was
That is why you see.
You were not.
That is why. Yes, that is why I'm introducing him.
Here with Solace.
I remember because I was watching how you were busy going on and on about. Oh, finally I have the big seat I want, and I'm like, what the? No, but we've got him here. So you're going to introduce yourself today, and yeah, introduce yourself. Because that one Kelvin introduced you, that last one was just wrong. That was, but this is your debut.
Debut.
My name is Ayo. My English name is Favor, but I don't like to bear Favor, so I prefer Ayo.
What's the difference between Ayo and Favor? What's it?
Ayo is joy.
Favor
is Favor.
What's it? It's not the same thing.
Favor is a bit.
Favor is like a dash you money. Ayo is like you have joy.
Ayo is big man's name. Like
what? Is there?
Ayo Makun.
Tell me two popular AY. I mean, Ayos, you know. Tell me two.
Comedian.
Tell me two.
And who else?
Because I'm sure
I'm for Favor.
It's unique. That's why it's good.
No, Favor is there's plenty Favor.
Ayo is like everybody's name now. Oh, Ayo Wizkid.
Exactly.
It took you to mention to him the names. He doesn't even know. But I'm sure you can mention Super Eagles squad list, right? Let's get to that one. Eric Shell's list, right? Who do you think are the backbone of the players that would help Nigeria propel at AFCON based on the list he has released, the final list?
Definitely Osimhen is the best player. He's our best player. He's our highest scorer. He's the one that we look up to that can deliver the goals for us. Obviously, the World Cup qualifiers, we saw him. He was our highest scorer in the World Cup qualifiers. So he's the one that we can say, okay, we are going into the AFCON, and he has a lot to prove also. Because going into previous AFCONs and stuff, people are like, Osimhen is not doing good enough, Osimhen is not scoring enough. The last AFCON, I think he only scored one goal. Or did he?
Yeah.
So yeah, going into this one now, he has to perform. He has to help us. So I think it's going to be the moment.
Is it a question of helping Nigeria or also trying? And I agree, they're all in the same brackets, helping Nigeria or cementing his legacy. Because you mentioned helping Nigeria, which we all agree, winning the Africa Cup of Nations. But if Osimhen is ever going to be revered as one of the best strikers the Super Eagles have ever seen, in comparison with Rashidi Yekini, he's got to perform. Yekini did back-to-back AFCONs, right?
Yeah. He has
Was it back-to-back AFCON?
It was back 92, 94. Was top scorer in both of them.
Okay. As top scorer.
Top scorer.
I talked about winning. Winning was just 94, but yeah.
AFCON.
96.
Kelvin, you know that
correct.
while we're on the podcast, doesn't mean we cannot see Yab Nigeria. Nigeria has won only 4. I mean, is it 4? 3?
1980, 94,
You know how bad
2013.
Ghana's last AFCON was when? It's not 82.
Is
Is it 82 or 84?
Milo.
82 or 84. I cannot remember which of the years. Ghana has not won an AFCON since 82, and they are still more than us.
Bro, they're suffering, man.
I want to.
they're going to the World Cup.
They're not even at this AFCON, but World Cup Super
They
Series.
have 4 AFCONs. We have 3, and their last one was in 82 or 84.
But what's our problem, though?
I like to call us the nearly men of the African football.
We've won more bronze medals than every other country.
We have 3 titles, right?
Yeah.
We have not, and we call ourselves the Giants of Africa. Are we really the Giants? Because, you know, I just heard, someone said I heard Favor, but since you don't say no Favor, I heard Ayo go on and on about the Osimhen thing. And I'm asking myself that, when you say Osimhen is our best player, is it that the ceiling is so low? What I mean, the ceiling is so low. In 94, the 94 squad, a lot of those players went on to do great things, right? Okocha, Olise, Adepoju, Finidi George, there was Amunike, there was Yekini up front, right? Austin Aguavon. We can mention there are quite a lot of players who went on to do great things. 96 squad for the Olympics. Is it that this year we just have, I don't want to use the word, I don't want to criticize the players, but is it that we overrate our own players? Maybe that's what I should go for. Do we overrate our own players?
I think our squad, the last time I talked there, I said it, we don't have a team. I think the players are good.
Are they?
No doubt. I think the players are good. For instance, if we look at Chukwueze in the Premier League, the way he has performed so far, although he's not like world class, he's not world class, right? But Chukwueze has, I think,
in
2 goals and 2 assists
recent games.
in recent games.
Yeah, it's been up there in recent games.
It's been very good
Fulham.
against
It
Manchester
was really
City.
good
It
against
was really
Manchester
good.
City.
What was
Tottenham.
the last game of Fulham?
No, let's not talk about the
Yeah,
last
I
game.
don't-
But at
You guys
least,
want
right,
to go to Man City's game? I mean, which game was that
Only
one?
Man
and
City,
go to
even
Man
the
City's
Tottenham
game.
game.
Even
Even the Tottenham game.
Even the Tottenham
before the
Hotspur game.
Tottenham game, I think against Sunderland also.
You know that
and
he's.
also remember that he didn't even start the game against Manchester
Yeah, he
City.
didn't
He
start
didn't
that
start. It was not his
Came
start.
on.
So the question is, who is benching him? Harry Wilson, Kevin, Alexi
I
Wo.
think that's his
No, I don't
fault,
think
I
that's
think
his
that's
fault.
his fault.
He's
I
just
think
trying
it's-
to grow into the team. He started growing.
I'm not trying to be. Look, and I agree that footballers, it's easy for us as pundits, analysts, reporters.
Karagavan.
No, but the truth about the matter is that a lot of our players are not good enough.
Yeah. I agree with that.
We I think that because of how well we want one person to excel, Osimhen is all that comes to our phrase, and we're like, we grab him and put him in front. Because if you remember, Ademola Lookman is having a stinker of a year.
Yeah.
He's having a stinker of a year.
No, but you can't really blame Ademola.
I'm blaming him because as a professional, are you telling me now, Kelvin, that every footballer who wanted to move that did not get his move are not performing? Because I want to mention Maguire, for example. Maguire is
That's
arguably...
like different situations.
So it's
I think
a
Guerre's
different
situation is
situation.
different to
How?
because Guerre was in good terms with the club.
Lookman is in bad terms with the club.
He's not in good terms.
No, but the
Yeah.
details of the agreement, right, is if a club from outside of Italy comes with XYZ amount, we'll let you go. The only club that put in that bid was Inter. And they said, this is the mind for anybody outside. A club has a right. Remember, there's some teams, Arsenal fans abused Arsene Wenger when he was selling to his direct rivals, Man City. They're like, why are you strengthening City? You need to be preventing your players from going to City. Real Madrid will not strengthen Barcelona. Neither will Barcelona try to strengthen Real Madrid. And when it happens, it's hell. So I'm saying, why would you think on this planet or anywhere else that you want to strengthen your opponent?
I understand Atalanta's point of view, to be honest, because it's hard for them to strengthen.
And it's a
them,
business.
like you said. But I also understand Lookman because if you remember, this
No, but
whole-
Lookman is a professional.
this whole
You guys are still missing the word professionalism.
So this is what I think, right? For the case of Lookman, I'm not sure when they had that conversation. Remember when they had that conversation was when there was a deal on the table for him from PSG.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, you know what? We have a game against Barcelona. We are going to let you go if the right money comes. I'm not sure when they had that conversation. They said, okay, if a team from outside of Italy comes and brings in 50 million, we'll let you go. But if a team from the Serie A comes and brings in 45M, we'll let you go. I'm not sure they talked about money. But it was as
Agreed.
if they moved the goalpost when it was
No,
time
but
for him to-
no. But the only way I can move a goalpost is if it's not written.
It wasn't written.
That's
but there was
one.
a gentleman
Number two,
agreement.
number two. The only reason where you can move is if your contract. The only way you can move is if I accept a transfer fee.
But it was actually good money, 45 million from Inter Milan.
To Atalanta, it wasn't.
They just felt they just wanted to keep him.
To Atalanta, it wasn't.
But in the end, right?
Because remember,
I think the reason
it's
why
that situation. Newcastle said, "This is our price. We're not moving from this until you bring this money. We're not going." Bayer Leverkusen did the same thing. Until you bring this amount of money, we're not selling Verts to you.
But
When they brought
I
the
think
money,
they also saw
Verts, you can go.
Inter Milan were also very, very tough when it came to negotiating for Lookman. They said, "Okay, this is what we have, and if you
Italian clubs
can't,
are
they're mafia-like in the way they negotiated that. If
But
you
so we
have
don't
it,
lose.
Let's just okay." So this was what Ayo said. Ayo said Osimhen. Yes, I think Osimhen is our number one player, but we also
Undisputed.
have other players that are very good, that might be good on their day. And I think the question you asked was, who is going to be the backbone? I think aside from Osimhen, the last time Osimhen also need to prove himself at this AFCON, because the last time he missed a lot of goals.
Yeah.
He missed so many goals.
This is what his third AFCON. This will be
second.
third.
This is third. It was
Third
in
AFCON.
2019, but during the play, that was on that get and throw. Yes, on that get and throw. So I think other players might have to step up. I think a player like Calvin Bassey would be very, very crucial for us. I think the defense line will be crucial for us because we have a major retirement in Trus Ekong. Though Trus Ekong already lost his place in the national team, but with Benjamin Fredericks not also going, then someone needs to step up. And I think the person that can do it anytime he plays for Nigeria, he gives his all, and that's Bassey. So I think Bassey is going to be key. But I cannot put my money on Iwobi because Iwobi is just like our, NEPA. It's on today, it's off tomorrow. It's on today, it's off tomorrow. And I don't think I can put my money on that. But for Bassey, I know it's always very, very consistent. But for Osimhen, I think Osimhen would do well. But he needs to score. And we know the reason why Osimhen is not scoring for Nigeria. We don't have that creative unit. We don't have those players that can feed him the ball correctly. We don't have players that can cross the ball properly. We don't have the players that can put in good through balls. So it might not score as many goals as we want. But
Okay.
if Iwobi comes out, performs, then Osimhen is definitely going to score. But for me, I feel that the defense line is going to be really, really massive. I don't think I like Zaidu as much as I like Bruno Yemachi, because I know Bruno Yemachi defensively might not be extremely solid, but when it comes to going forward, playing with his man on the wing, is very, very good. But our defense line.
What will your partnership now be?
For the defense line,
Central
I think
defense.
I would want to go with I don't, maybe Ajayi, Semi Ajayi. Semi Ajayi is a bit slow, but yeah, it's
Ajayi
good.
Bassi.
Ajayi Bassi, Bruno Yemachi, and maybe Felix. No, and Bright, because I think for players that will be able to support the guys in front of them, I think Bruno and Bright would do that very, very well. I don't like the fact that the coach during the qualifiers, during the World Cup qualifiers, brought down Benjamin Fredericks to play that right side, because it was just defending.
Oh, you can understand. Olaino is out injured.
Olaino is out, and that's like really, really sad. So I think I would do Zaidu can come in.
Funny enough,
I think
isn't
Bruno
Ola
is good
back?
with crossing? What?
Ola is back.
Not fully. You know, when you're back, there's a difference between back and being back. I think Olaino is back at 30-40%.
But currently, it's not like the Super Eagles have got anything there.
It's not like I'm not sure his club is going to also let him go.
That's another thing.
When Bright was injured. No, Bright came to represent Nigeria, got injured, went back to Birmingham, and he's lost his spot to is it Tamaka or something like that from Japan? He's not a starter anymore for Brighton, but before he came to represent Nigeria, he was a starter. Then he came, got injured, went back, couldn't get back his spot. And I don't think Olaino would want to do that. But Olaino would have been a blessing to Nigeria if he was around, because defensively he's solid, and also when he's attacking, he's also very, very good.
I
don't think Okoye is terrible. It's not just very conversant with African football.
Exactly.
And it's grown from 2019.
And I feel that we need to have a podcast on that conversation. Players' integration into squads. Because I remember talking to a Ghanaian journalist, very popular Ghanaian journalist, and he says, look, a lot of times these players, some of them don't embody the Africanness. So they come in, they sit down in one angle, they don't say anything. As a matter of fact, this was talking about a Ghanaian footballer who plays in Spain for Athletic Bilbao. They're not up to 3 in that team, so you know whom, right? They say he just comes in and goes and sits. Even Wilfred Zaha had the same problem. Comes in and then just 5 requests. Yes, it just comes in and goes and sits.
If you look at the Super Eagles setup, for those of us, of course, we've been to their camp before, you see the way they walk around. They call themselves the Init Boys. You see Iwobi, you see Bassi.
Ekong
is Belgian, used to be is Dutch, Netherlands.
But he's played in England.
Yeah, he's played in England. He was
for Spurs,
at a very, very young age. So it's always with those boys, right? Ajayi,
Lukman, all of them.
Then you probably see the Nigerian homegrown boys together as well. Then you see Chukwueze Osimhen. They kind of like just put themselves in pockets that way. So, and I think something really needs to be done. I think some of the players that integrated that have integrated into the team, Bassi has, despite the fact that he moves with the E, he has. And I think that if you're a first generation Nigerian abroad, you shouldn't have a problem being, Nigerian, because those are the people that will still tell you, oh, my dad was like this is how my dad used to talk. Especially the Americans, they will always tell you, oh, my dad will be like, be a doctor, be a lawyer. But the moment you're second generation, you probably lose that Nigerianness. But if you're
it'd be good to have a Nigerian Scot or something.
A Scottish Nigerian.
Yes, or a Liverpoolian or Merseyside. Say me mom. All of us in the press are just looking at him like, what? Me dad. Just think about Wayne Rooney talking. I'm not criticizing it. It's just that Yes, now. So I'm saying that listen to is a Merseyside, right? So listen to Rooney talk, and I'm like, just imagine that being a Nigerian footballer in a press conference. Me mom and me dad.
And that's how you need to embrace.
And we were like,
you need to embrace your Africanness.
Yeah,
these guys don't really care. I know someone like Rooney had to go back to school after football, and Jamie Carragher, because when Jamie Carragher started his punditry, you could barely hear him speak. He goes down with his nose. But now I think they've been able to teach him.
But even Carragher too, he has this funny moment. Because I remember even when he was blasting Salah, that when someone is emotional, right? When person is emotional, the person's other side will start showing, and then it was going, I don't. I'm like,
education out the window.
So
be Gothic. And be
be Yoruba,
accent,
be Deltan, be House, and it's your because we always say this, and that's funny. I think that's where we're hypocrites. We go, having a French accent is so nice. It feels so brusque, and so yes, it feels. Or having a Spanish accent, and I'm like, so what's wrong with having a Yoruba accent? What's wrong with having
But that's not why we're here, right?
That's not why we're here.
I think another problem we have is the name they pronounce our names, right? But
we too. From
Czech.
But we too, we don't like to pronounce our name. Do you remember that? Do you remember that 2 of our players have destroyed their own names? My name is Daniel Amokachi, and I'm like, no Amokachi. Then my name is Peter Odewingi. My name is Peter Odewingi. There's no way you're going to tell me that your parents, who are proper Nigerians, right? Because that name has its own meaning.
If Mikel Obi's name was a bit longer, would have murdered it.
No, but Mikel One, I can understand. Mikel to Michael.
No. I mean, if he had like a longer name, the current Mikel that I know will murder that name.
The one I saw me, the reason why I mentioned is because of the Jordan eBay. And I'm like, look, there's no way your parents did not tell you it's eBay, not IB.
Yeah.
But you decided in your brain you wanted to call it IB.
And I think it's just with Nigerian footballers, because if you look at not Nigerian, but like you understand what I'm saying, like Nigerian people that were born outside the country, the children, right? In the movie industry, they pronounce their names very well. Someone like David Oyelowo,
Chije Telejofo.
They pronounce their names.
Chiwe Telejofo.
Chiwe Telejofo. They pronounce their names the way it's supposed to be pronounced. Maybe I think it's the education, right? Yeah. That's what I think. But for Sholasho, right here, Sholataya.
We'll see how it turns out. The tournament starts on the 21st. Nigeria's first game is on the 23rd against Tanzania. We're keeping you updated with all the single stories. All right. My producer couldn't help it. Like, he had to add this one there that Arsenal are doing some brilliant things. When last did we talk about Arsenal? I'm like, guy, we only want to talk about Arsenal when they are off the top. But hey, got to do a job. Kelvin, you know what? You guys have been waxing lyrical about how good Arsenal are. But against Aston Villa, and you know that's some form of trend. Arsenal's last 3 games, why they have won 1 of the last 3, they have dropped points into the other 2 games. One was against Chelsea. One was against Aston Villa. Both of them played different sort of football, but Villa showed us how to beat Arsenal.
But I think for Villa,
shouldn't be Villa. Shouldn't be Villa. English Villa. Shouldn't be Villa.
Okay, for Villa.
Villa now.
So for Villa, I think that the coach understands Arsenal very well, and the players were very, very aggressive against Arsenal. They were very extremely aggressive, and I won't say so. Arsenal kind of like played a number of very, very tough games, from Spurs down to Bayern, down to Chelsea, then Sunderland.
There was what's the name? Brentford in between.
Was Brentford in between?
Arsenal beat Brentford.
Yeah, and they won that. But Aston Villa, you classify the game against Aston Villa as a big game because, especially at Villa Park, the last 6 times. Statistically, the last 6 times they've played,
I think primarily
3 times.
I think primarily it's a coaching thing.
Yeah, Unai
Emery has a way of getting the better of.
I think at home though, because
you know that Pep.
Yeah, away from home, good results also.
Barca didn't beat them at home.
At the Villa Park.
No, at Emirates. Arsenal drew.
So what was the result at Villa Park last season?
They won. Arsenal
won at Villa Park.
Yeah,
okay.
So it's always, even against Pep, that's a difficult game. Unai Emery seems a bit difficult game, right? I think Aston Villa, not Unai Emery generally, he plays well or coaches well against Spanish opposition, against Spanish managers. Last season,
the same philosophy.
Yeah, last season, who suffered PSG? It was him.
Yeah.
Last year, who suffered Man City? It was him. This year, who's shown Arsenal? Because Arsenal have been going. Arsenal are beating in 18
games.
Right? And you know that for the first time, Arteta had nothing to complain about. Normally, Arteta will come and moan about something that, the referee was biased, or something fell down, my player's leg was paining him, or somebody's bum was scratching him.
I feel a lot of people, we're not really talking about the number of injuries. Injuries.
But
I think the Gunners have been very, very unlucky this season.
Yeah. Are you guys smoking something cheap? Are both of you smoking something cheap?
No. I mean,
is injuries Or are injuries a part of the game?
They are a part of the game.
Has Aston Villa signed? So a question is: has Aston Villa signed players this year? Is there any player of quality Aston Villa signed?
But they have a lot of quality. Look
Where?
at players coming from the bench. Bundia came from the bench.
When did they told to leave? When did last year was out on loan at Bayer Leverkusen? He was told to leave.
Bundia is a quality player.
He's a player, who fought. He's a player who Mohamed Salah should go and learn from. When they tell you are out and down, go back to dress and fight for your shirt. One. Who did they sign? They signed Gosan. Gosan is not even. Gosan is on this. He's on the standby list for Côte d'Ivoire standby list. Mm-hmm. They signed Sancho. Let's not even get started with that. They signed Lindelof.
A quality player.
They signed Lindelof. Do you want me to mention one?
It's not terrible. Looking at the substitution they made,
will you, Kelvin? Will you, in your club that you support, will you ask them to sign Lindelof?
We've run past players like that. We used to have players like that in our.
But now, remember, Lindelof kept Arsenal out towards the end of the game last time.
Because Arsenal, there was no player to score.
I think it's about coaching.
So, and I think another thing Arteta needs to do is probably bench Merino. Don't start Merino.
No, but I don't think that's a problem.
I think Merino.
Striker.
Yes, now don't start him. See,
if he doesn't start Merino, let me tell you something. If he doesn't start Merino, he will start Havertz. He's going to.
I think I prefer Havertz.
See, I think that Arteta is going to always start a player who offers him something different in that attacking role. So I think that Gyökeres, you use this year to learn. This year is not the year he will be starting as number 9. Because to be fair with you, even I wasn't very convinced.
Yeah, I'm not so.
But I still think Arsenal will win the title. Arsenal are my team.
Needs to win the title. Arsenal just they need to win. They need to cross that line. Because
if we like win, they no win now.
If they cross the line of winning the title, probably the Premier League, they have what it takes to win another one, probably back to back.
Or not. Because Liverpool is a good example.
No. Liverpool, I think what Slot did. Slot was supposed to struggle last season. It didn't struggle. He went out flying. Then this was the season he was probably supposed to win, right? After managing, because he signed a number of players now. Brought in Florian, brought in Isak, brought in Frimpong. You understand?
Leonie.
So how many players did Arsenal also sign? Arsenal signed they also signed a number of.
No, but you they compare.
6 players now.
No, but you they compare the two teams.
Arsenal actually had the better transfer.
No, but you even compare. No, now.
Ekitike,
no, but to be fair to this Liverpool team, that team has peaked.
So you knew Nkapie before, like
yes.
Yeah, I know.
I know him from Leverkusen.
The player at Bayer Leverkusen was really tired. The defender was
the TV. If you remember the unbeaten run of Leverkusen, he was there.
Yeah, I know he was there, but the most solid defender there was Jonathan Tah, not Nkapie.
Funny enough, I think he can. For me, I think that Tah was just German. That's it.
Okay, because
looking at Bayern, looking at what does the Bayern, I'm like,
it's just like Upamecano.
I feel that Arsenal win the title, and I feel this because I think that Arsenal, like you said, have got the players, the right personnel in different places. My only challenge with Arsenal is Arteta's mindset. That game against Aston Villa, number one, didn't go with a striker, didn't go with a winger outside of Saka. Right? Yeah. So it meant that every time Eze was hoping the ball comes to him, unfortunately, Cash just enjoyed his time because nobody's to track back. A winger will naturally track back, follow up to make sure that, I'm helping my fullback. But nobody was helping Calafiori against this guy. It was crazy. But
I have another question, right? Manchester United, Chelsea, are those guys that, let's leave Man United?
I think Man United are in the top. I think they're going to make it top.
They'll make top 5.
What?
I think they'll make top. I think they'll make top 5.
Looking at top teams. Let's say Arsenal check, Man City check, Chelsea check. That's 3.
Liverpool.
No,
I don't think Liverpool.
Never put in Liverpool.
I think they'll make it.
I think maybe Newcastle.
Liverpool season is very identical to, I think, was the last 2-3 seasons.
They've got to sack their manager if they want to make it.
I think they need to sack them.
They have to sack their manager if they want to make it. For me, I'd say Arsenal, Man City. In no order. Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, and I think Manchester United. Aston Villa will just take 5th.
But it's going to be
crazy.
Think
Man U will make top 4.
I think Man U will finish 6th or 7th.
Man U are currently 6th now, right?
Yeah, they are 6th.
Do you know that?
And they can lose one game and go back.
I asked the United fan that the last 8, they won 8 of the last 9 games. They've been unbeaten in 8 of the last 9 games. And I asked them, I'm like, do you remember how you won any of those games? Like, can you tell me what the pattern is that, United gets down this part? Like, when you see teams play, you can say, oh, this is how Arsenal wins games. This is how Man City wins games. That get the ball, get it to this person will do the rest. Get to do the. How do Man United win games? It just happens.
It's just rule to the answer.
I like them. They're like a verb. Man United are like a verb. They're a doing word. They just do. And I like it. I love it.
They've been very lucky this season also.
Lucky?
Like with injury.
Lucky?
Because they're not playing.
No, but they've got injuries. Currently, at least.
They don't really.
Their last game, remember?
They have who?
Maguire's out. Delete was out.
Yeah, delete.
Yeah.
Right? Misano Martinez is just returning.
That guy has been injured. Super injured. He's never returned.
Sheshko is out.
That's not like
Cunha just came back. So, you know what? We've got to go anyway.
Yeah.
Well, big thanks to Ayo for coming through. Hopefully, the favor of... I want to say the favor of God, but you know what? It's not wrong. Favor of God for losing. I know.
good.
And I want to say day too. But favor. Favor will mean to open doors for you. Don't you want favor to open doors? All right.
Be happy with favor.
Yeah. We're counting now. What do you plan to do for next year? What's your plan for next year? Like you? I bet they go.
Much as possible.
I bet they go. At least I know what Kelvin wants to do for next year, so I'm not even going to ask him. No. He's want to overthrow me from this chair. I'm just going to go myself on this chair and say, we're signing out of Beyond The Playbook. We're done.